Now let's suppose you have a souvenir shop and you would like to track the cost and the revenues you get for each of your products. So let's type in A1 celebrity musicians souvenir shop. So when you type, you can use the enter key to go down. If you want to go up, down, and all directions, you can use the keys. If I type something here, I can also use tab to go to the right. If you want to go to the left, you use left key, or you can also use the shift and tab. Let's go ahead and type here a date. The date, you're going to type it 9/1/2021, so I can just put 21. And I'm going to push enter and let's see what happens. So Excel automatically formats the date. I can go to the home and I can see that is a date format. Now what is interesting about dates is that you can actually calculate. So for example, I can say what is one day from September 1st, and I can create a formula. I'm going to show you later how to do that, but I just add 1 to it, and I see that after September 1st is September 2nd. But then how is that possible? And that is actually possible because in Excel the dates have actually numbers behind them, and you can see that if you go to number and format, and it's going to show you this number. And you might wonder, but how come? Well, what is the first date? Now let me go back and change it into date. You can have also long date format, and you can have actually many other formats. So let's go back to short date, and the first date would be January 1st, 1900. So that should be number 1. Let's check it, and you can see here number 1. So if you try to use dates from 1755 or something, that won't be possible. So let's try to play with a number before 1900. So if I put 11 and I want to go back in time, maybe 1400, let's see what happens. So if you look here, this is a date, and over here this is also a date. But if we try to create a formula, let's see what happens. So if I do this, it doesn't work anymore. But if I have the same formula for this date, so what I'm doing now is just take September 1st and add 1 day, so that works. So as you can see, you can't really go back in time. The most you can do is go back to 1900. And if you go to a new cell and try again the same old date, like 1300, you will see that it will not be formatted as date anymore. It's formatted as general. So it's not recognized as a date. I'm going now to type in A4 product, and I will get rid of these cells. So I will just select and push delete. And I'm going to type the rest. And I'm going to pause the video now, and you can type on your own. Now you should have the first column, so you can pause the video and just type all these products, or you can use your imagination and type the products you want in your store. How do we fit these products in column A? As you can see, it exceeds column A, and that's because by default, so if I go right click and then column width, by default, Excel will give you 8.43, and that means how many characters you can fit into one column. So basically you can fit 9 characters in the default font. So I'm going to show you more information on this. If you go to this website, I'm going to put a link to it in the description below. You can see that the standard column width in Excel is 8.43 characters. But it depends on the style of the workbook. So you're going to change, if you change the theme, you're going to have another font. And if you have another font, that means it will probably fit differently. So for example, if I change the theme with another one, so that's from the page layout theme, and if I go now to check the column width, it's 8.38. So you can see it's a slight difference. I'm going to undo, and this is actually a very useful button. You can always hit undo or Control Z on your keyboard, or you can even go more steps to undo more steps like I just did. So I can go here right there without changing it. That's the redo button, so you can redo many steps, which is really cool. To fit the text properly in the column, let's go ahead and adjust it. You can just drag in between two columns. So as you can see here from within A, B, just drag it. And I'm going to undo, and I'm going to show you another method. This is the method I like. Sometimes when you want to fit it exactly, you would just double click. So double click. But as you can see now, it fits the title, and that's not exactly what we want. So let's go back here and just readjust it to our liking. Now I want to show you something else. So suppose we have some codes, and we have 101, and then we want to have 102, 103, and so on. And instead of you typing the series, Excel can actually do it for you. So you would click on the first number in the series, because this is actually a series, and you go to the right bottom corner and you use what's called a fill handle. So I'm going to drag the fill handle all the way down, and then you see 101 and you see nothing happens, but you have a little icon over here with autofill option. So let's click on that. And as you can see, you can fill series. So let's see what that means. Then Excel can actually count for you. Let me show you another series just for fun. So if you have January, so I can just type the first three letters, and you go back and fit it down like so. It's going to give you the months, and you can just go all the way. So let me undo. Control Z I'm using. I type some more information over here. Now let's go ahead and format that information. I'm going to select A4, J4, and we go to the Home tab. Because the text does fit, this time I don't want to resize the columns, they will be too big. But we have the wrap text option, which will work magically.